This video and every video on this channel is made possible by your support on patreon.com/616entertainment. I couldn't do this without you, and your contributions keep this channel alive. You can also grab an official shirt over on prowrestlingtees.com/616entertainment. What's up, Dan-Dans? My name is Ian. Thank you for joining me here today for the Fight Night Championship Tournament Finals. From the very get-go, this has been an unbelievable competition from top to bottom. We've witnessed colossal knockouts that will be remembered forever, skillful chess matches between some of the most strategic boxers you'll ever see, and without question, several of the most shocking upsets in the history of the sport. And it's all led up to this. In today's co-main event, this tournament bracket's two odds-on favorites will face off in a rematch for the ages. It was an episode of Let's Play Friday from December of 2021 that started all of this. The most anticipated dream fight ever conceived, Ali versus Tyson. He may have been put on the floor several times, but when the smoke cleared, it was Ali who picked up the unanimous decision victory. Here in the Fight Night Championship Tournament Finals, they meet again. Ali versus Tyson 2. Can the man they call the greatest leave no doubt? Or will Iron Mike earn the revenge he so desperately craves? And in the main event, the 616 Entertainment Fight Night Heavyweight Championship is on the line. In one corner, the man who has defeated both George Foreman and Evander Holyfield to earn his spot in the finals. He's already beaten his opponent today in the past, and he looks to solidify his claim as the best in the world. This is Lennox Lewis. And on the opposite side, they call him the Duke. This bruiser has knocked out every competitor he's faced in this tournament, and a win in this final round would offer vindication against a man who previously bested him. Ladies and gentlemen, Tommy Morrison. Everything from bragging rights to the world title is on the line here tonight in the Fight Night Championship Tournament Finals. But before we head to the ring, let's get a word from our sponsor.
Scream Sequence, razor-sharp reviews on your favorite creepy classics.
That's the title of the horror review show I need your help to bring to life. Friday the 13th, A Nightmare on Elm Street, Child's Play, Scream, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I know you guys want to see in-depth reviews on these classics, and damn it to hell, I want to make them. Once we hit 200 supporters over on patreon.com/616entertainment, this show becomes a reality. And I know what you're thinking, why would I support something I've never seen? Don't worry, I'm going to produce one full-fledged episode before we even hit the 200 mark as proof of concept. Did you know that Freddy vs. Jason 2 already exists? It's called Freddy vs. Jason vs. Ash. It's a triple crossover with the Evil Dead franchise, and it was released in comic book form. That's a hell of a pilot episode, huh? At 200 supporters, a full season of Scream Sequence comes to life. But at just 150 supporters, 616 Thunder strikes like lightning. That's right, a second weekly wrestling game show here on youtube.com/616entertainment. Neither of these shows will be Patreon exclusive. Once we hit the threshold, they'll both be available for everyone here on YouTube, just like everything else. No paywalls, no hiding. I just need to know the support is there to produce these shows. We're already sitting at just under 130 supporters, so these are not unrealistic goals by any means. Now let's get to it. Dan-Dans, the time for talk is over. Actions speak louder than words. We've seen the hype. We've seen the build-up. We've seen the story unfold. And we've seen this man, the greatest, Muhammad Ali, take this walk before. He's taken this walk several times here on youtube.com/616entertainment, but this might be the most important walk of his career because he will be facing off with this man. They call him the baddest man on the planet. They call him Iron Mike Tyson. These two were the odds-on favorites to take the whole thing. When the Fight Night Championship tournament was announced and everybody got a look at the bracket, names stood out. You know, Joe Frazier, holy shit. Roy Jones Jr., are you kidding me? But when you really looked at that thing, even at a glance, it was like, fuck. This is going to come down to Muhammad Ali versus Mike Tyson 2. For all the marbles, the heavyweight championship of the world on the line. Not quite. That's not quite the way the dice shook out. You understand? Muhammad Ali lost a razor-close decision to Evander Holyfield, and Mike Tyson, despite putting an absolute beating on Roy Jones Jr., was stopped in the 10th round. The referee saved him from himself. Said, Mike, I can see your skull protruding through your skin. I gotta call this one. But that's not where this story ends. That's not how these guys go gently into this good night. You understand? Nobody's going out without a fight. And here in the co-main event of the evening, it's Ali versus Tyson 2. And these guys are bringing the action from the very get-go. We're early here in the first round, and this is where you pop into the comments for the first time today and you place your bet. Who walks away the victor? Does Muhammad Ali once again put a seal of victory over Mike Tyson and take this one 2-0? Or does the baddest man on the planet get the revenge he's looking for? You know, here in the 616 verse, things are not really going... Oh, look at that straight right hand from Iron Mike. Muhammad Ali whips on a big right uppercut, and these guys are going to war. I was going to say, things are not necessarily going Iron Mike Tyson's way. You know, when we think of Mike Tyson, we think of a destroyer. We think of a guy who's going to get in there and he's going to get rid of you inside of 90 seconds. Look, Tyson is 0-2 in the 616 verse, and let's quantify that 0-2 real quick. Tyson's not coming out here losing to Joe Schmo and Joe Blow. Tyson lost a close decision to Muhammad Ali, and like we mentioned earlier, here in this tournament bracket, was stopped late by one of the greatest of all time, Roy Jones Jr. This isn't a Mike Tyson who's past his prime. This isn't a Mike Tyson who's like, why would you even book this fight? He kind of looks like shit. This is a guy who's coming out here and still giving it everything he has. Oh, look at that shot to the body! Speak of the devil! You know, you could never call Mike Tyson a wolf in sheep's clothing, because when that guy comes walking down the aisle, you're not mistaking him for a sheep. You're not mistaking Mike Tyson for some cute little harmless animal. You know, a wolf in sheep's clothing. How about a fucking great white shark in a saltwater crocodile's clothing? He's the worst of both worlds. You don't want to be across the ring from Mike Tyson. And Muhammad Ali might find that out here tonight in the NGM Grand Garden Arena. Do you understand? There's a stiff left uppercut. Uppercut? God damn it. A stiff left uppercut from Mike Tyson. There's a shot to the body as well. What we're seeing here early is Tyson is walking down Ali, and we're going to find out if that's going to pay off in the long run. As round one comes to an end, and Dan, don't forget here today, the corner cams, as we get a look at Mike Tyson getting some guidance, getting some advice from his corner. These corner cams are brought to you by Scream Sequence, razor sharp reviews on your favorite creepy classics. It's a horror review show that I'm trying to bring to life with your help over on patreon.com/616entertainment. Dan, how did you score that first round? Muhammad Ali was coming out, and I'm not going to say Ali was the aggressor. I feel like Ali was doing a lot of backpedaling, and that could be his strategy here tonight. If there's one thing that we can take, one little fact we can glean off of the Tyson versus Jones Jr. opening round fight, It's that Tyson came out like a battering ram. He put Roy Jones Jr. down what had to be 2 or 3 times in the first couple rounds. But as time went on, Mike's, the tire tread was wearing off. The gas was coming out of the car. Whatever sort of automobile metaphor you'd like to make, that's what we were seeing. And maybe Ali's trying to do that here tonight. He's trying to employ that rope-a-dope strategy he used against George Foreman back in Zaire. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be excited to get a look at these comments because obviously, although this is airing live, we're here together for the premiere. It's live to tape. So I'm seeing it before you guys are. Ali with the shuffle right hand right there. Goodness gracious. That's a technique that we did not see Evander Holyfield let work in any way, shape, or form. That's why Ali didn't make it to the finals. Because there, he shuffles again, and Tyson was able to stop him last time. But we've seen in this tournament that Ali can get ahead of himself. He can dance just a little too much. And I'm seeing 2 out of the 3 times Ali has tried to shuffle here, Tyson has shut it down. And I feel like we're seeing way more output from Ali here in the second round. Tyson was the one who was coming out blitzing in that first round. I'm not talking about the fucking reindeer, you know what I mean? Ali here he's leaning back, but then he's going ta-ta-ta. He's throwing those 3 pieces out there with a digging left hook to the body of Iron Mike, who answers back with a right hand of his own. This is big action, full throttle. I'm gonna make a prediction that this fight does not go to decision. The first bet. Oh, look at that parry into the jab from Mike Tyson. The first showdown between Ali and Tyson wound up going to decision. I had it scored pretty close. Both men's backs touched the canvas more than once. But when it was all said and done, when the smoke cleared, Ali's hand was raised. And what I was going to say earlier before the action really started to get going was, I'm excited to see how the predictions go in the comments. And I have a feeling that most of you are going to be in the corner of the greatest. You guys are going to, and this is just my prediction, I think you guys are going to expect Ali to float like a butterfly and sting like a bee, just based on the fact that we haven't seen Tyson pick up a win just yet. That's what I'm going to base that on, and maybe that's what you guys base it on. As round 2 comes to an end, Iron Mike Tyson looking very confident, heading back to his corner. Little bit of blood coming off the eyebrow there of Mike Tyson. You know, they say iron sharpens iron. Ali might not be out here with iron. You know, they call him Iron Mike Tyson, but Muhammad Ali might be out here with a diamond-tipped sword. Do you understand? Because he's breaking through the barrier of Iron Mike Tyson. Patches, if you had to make a prediction here today, who do you think comes out on top?
The best man wins.
Oh, you hit the nail on the head there, Patch. I have been listening to you guys when you say that you think Patches Lugosi might be the greatest sports commentator of all time. I'm going to keep doing that. I'm going to keep heading to the corner and asking him what he thinks, and we're going to see how this thing shakes out. Patches has never incorrectly predicted a fight's outcome, and I will be damned if that's going to happen here today. As Tyson lands a nice counter shot to the body there, we're seeing these guys, you know, I feel like both guys are trying to take some Oh, right hook into a left uppercut from Mike Tyson, and Ali answers back. Ali is not getting bombed on without answering back. This is back and forth action. Both of these guys are trying to take some BJ Penn advice here and put it into practice. I don't know how many of you watched Ultimate Fighter Season 6 from like 2008. It was so long ago. But I always remember BJ Penn yelling to his guys, "Be first! Be first!" I feel like we're seeing both Ali and Tyson trying to be first here. And Tyson is putting the combinations together. You know, sometimes some of these big behemoths, some of these bruisers can get lost in headhunting. Oh, speaking of headhunting, what a right hook from Muhammad Ali, to Muhammad Ali. Mike Tyson lands with such concussive force that even I'm getting my shit mixed up. Unbelievable. Have you ever heard of secondhand CTE? I have, because I'm getting it right now doing commentary on the co-main event of the Fight Night Championship Tournament Finals. Unbelievable stuff. You know, you guys make jokes sometimes about some of the things that I say that should be on a t-shirt, and I just have to get in the comments and respond, look, you might say you will, but there's no way you're actually going to spend money on a shirt that says hog shit, dog shit, bullshit on it. I know you won't. But if there ever was a phrase of mine that I feel like maybe could fit into a t-shirt, it might be not hog shit, dog shit. It might be unbelievable stuff. I find myself saying that constantly. Whether it's in the Fight Night Championship Tournament, whether it's on 616 Nitro, or the upcoming 616 Thunder. If we can break that barrier over on patreon.com/616entertainment, I feel like that's my go-to phrase for action. As a beautiful uppercut is blocked there by Mike Tyson, and we're seeing some excellent head movement here. You know, in the showdown with Roy Jones Jr., I feel like we saw a great example of Mike Tyson offense on display, but he might have left the defense at home. Here in the second fight with Ali, as the third round comes to an end, I feel like Mike Tyson didn't leave the defense at home. I feel like he's doing his best to bring it with him as he takes a big sip off that water bottle there. You know, the water bottle is going to replenish some of the gas that he has spent through these first 3 rounds, but it's not going to replenish that blood that's dripping out of the eyebrow. We see the cold compress on the head of Muhammad Ali, that luxurious, beautiful hair of the greatest. And when I'm talking about Ali and I'm talking about hair, I'm having flashbacks to Rob Zombie's Halloween. The part where Ken Foree's character, the big trucker, gets out of his truck and he goes into the bathroom and he sees his reflection and he's like patting his beautiful hair and he goes, oh my goodness. That will never fail to pop me. Him seeing his own reflection and being taken aback by how good it looks. That is so fucking funny. As Ali with the shuffle, oh, the shot, the right uppercut. Tyson's in trouble. Tyson's covering up and he's got a clinch. He's answering back with shots of his own, but he's not out of danger just yet. Oh my goodness. The fourth round is starting with fireworks. Tyson came out super aggressive and Ali hits him with a stinging right uppercut that tells him, slow down, kid. I don't think so. Oh, there's a double jab for the ages from Muhammad Ali. They call him the greatest for a reason, and he's putting on a clinic here in this fourth round. And Dan, remember, you place your bets in the first round. As soon as we got things kicked off here, the sound of that first bell, you placed your bets. But if, as these rounds goes on, take 2. If, as these rounds go on, you want to change your mind, don't go in there and edit your comment. Leave another one. Let me know, like, oh, fuck, early on I was thinking Tyson, but now I'm kind of thinking Ali. And that's for 2 reasons. Number 1, it's fun to see how people's minds change as time goes on. And number 2, it's just better for the video, to be honest, to be fully transparent. It's more engagement for the video if you leave more than 1 comment. So I'm not going to lie to you. Most of this round has taken place right in the center of the ring, and you would think, oh, blocked shot there from Tyson makes the block. You would think that fighting in the middle of the ring might be better. Oh, what a right hand! It might be better for Tyson because up against the ropes, we're seeing Ali bouncing around. He's ducking. He's using that head movement to get in, get out, that tic-tac, and he's hitting Tyson on the way out. In the middle of the ring, you would think Tyson might be able to find him. You know, Ali can't lean on those ropes for some added leverage. But I don't really think that's the way we're seeing things play out here. I think this fourth round has been all Muhammad Ali thus far. And if you're in the corner of Mike Tyson, you're probably taking notes and thinking about what you're going to say to your fighter when he comes back to the corner. Because we saw after the second round, the blood was already trickling. Oh, an uppercut at the bell from Mike Tyson, who now is opened up in several areas. We were just talking about that left eyebrow was busted open, but I'm seeing some blood coming from underneath the eye as well. Do not forget the Roy Jones Jr. fight. You know, Tyson was put down on the canvas several times, but he kept getting up. That fight ended because the referee had to stop it. Tyson was going to die on his shield out there, the way a true warrior does. Muhammad Ali might have taken notes during that fight and gone, you know what, if I just keep hitting him, not every shot has to be the hardest punch I can throw. You know what I mean? If you're an MMA fan, we see that in the likes of Nick and Nate Diaz. You know, you don't often see the Diaz brothers. Oh, what a shot to the body from Muhammad Ali. You don't often see the Diaz brothers out there just stiffening dudes with one punch. You know what I mean? You see them out there, the bum bum, da da da. It's the, oh, left uppercut from Tyson. It's the combinations from the Diaz brothers that add up. It's an accumulation of damage that eventually wither away the foundation of their opponent. Ali, I'm not saying Ali is taking pages out of the Diaz book here. Ali wrote the fucking book, okay? I'm just making a comparison for some of you modern MMA fans. Tyson needs to get on the inside and stay on the inside. He's the shorter fighter. He has a shorter reach. He's got to get on the inside and not let Ali get away. Because what we're seeing right here is Tyson chasing again. Look at that. Ali backs up, and as Tyson's going to come in, Ali's going to hit him with a 1-2. There's the 1. Where's the 2? There's the 2. What did I just say? I just told you it was going to happen. That's the game plan, and Ali put himself in the corner, and he circled away from Tyson's power hand to get out of the corner. This is high IQ stuff. You know what I mean? Tyson might be out here trying to play Crossfire, you know? We're going to put this in board game, tabletop terms. Not that fucking Crossfire's like Dungeons and Dragons or anything. But Tyson's out here trying to play a brute force game. Ali is out here playing chess. And Tyson has got to get inside because, oh, there's a great right hand from Tyson, who eats 2 fucking straight rights in an answer back. You can't do that. We're getting deeper into these rounds. Oh, there it is. A nice shot. A piston-like right hand from the baddest man on the planet, who lands another one. Tyson can hear me on commentary. That's what's happening right now. That's what we're seeing right here, you know? Through the raucous, sold-out crowd here at the MGM Grands, Tyson is hearing my voice. And he's saying, you know what, after this fight, win or lose, I'm going to feel like a winner because I'm going to go sign up at patreon.com/616entertainment. And I'm going to get my money's worth because I'm going to watch that new Elden Ring Let's Play and shit. God damn it. Oh, fuck. Oh, man, alive! That could have been the final punch of the fight if it landed. A Mortal Kombat style lead uppercut from Mike Tyson, just barely avoided by Muhammad Ali. Oh, that one wasn't avoided. Left uppercut to the body. Corner cams brought to us once again, and I think we're seeing, I mean, we're not going to see improvement, but I don't think we're seeing further damage on the face of Mike Tyson, which is kind of puzzling. Because he took a great deal of damage there, so how more blood is not just pouring out of the head of Iron Mike, I don't know. But headed into the 6th round here, Dan Dans, how do you have this thing scored? Hit up the comments section and let me know who is ahead on your scorecard. As the 6th round begins, somehow, some way, still, nobody has been on the canvas. Nobody has had that referee's 10 count administered to them just yet. Tyson with a beautiful slip and a left to the body. This is what Tyson needs right here. He was glued to Muhammad Ali. They were in the phone booth just trading shots. This is what the shorter fighter with the smaller reach needs. He needs to stay glued to his opponent. He needs to not let him get away. Because to get inside, you're going to take a couple. Oh, look at that shot to the body. A right hand to the body of Muhammad Ali. And you know he felt that one, just like he felt that right upstairs. Patches Lugosi, how do you see this one playing out?
It's an incredible fight.
I agree. I'm so thankful to have the expertise of the one and only Patches Lugosi by my side here. You know, on Monday Night Blitz, I had handy-dandy Andy Jarek, the man who took the Pittsburgh Steelers all the way to the playoffs. I had Andy sitting next to me. We were able to play off each other. I had a one-liner. He had a one-liner. He had a setup. I had a punch. Here, this is mainly... Oh, what a right hook from Tyson! This is mainly me as a one-man commentary booth, but I can every once in a while pitch over to get the expertise of Patches Lugosi. Tyson has got Ali on the ropes here, and he's landing some great shots. Did you see that? The parries back and forth. Tyson landed the better shot. I've asked you guys who you have in the lead, how your scorecard looks. Oh, right hand, another right hand from Tyson. He just needs to land more of those. We're seeing an accumulation strategy here from Muhammad Ali, and Tyson, I fear that he's gonna fall into headhunting territory, which is not. It's a strategy that I don't think is gonna pay off against somebody like Muhammad Ali. I'm just being honest with you. I've asked you guys how your scorecard looks, who you have up right now here in this 6th round. I don't have a set scorecard. I can't remember who was looking better when, but I can tell you, just my opinion right now, I don't think Ali has lost a round. I think this has been a shutout, nearing the halfway point for Muhammad Ali. So, Tyson's really going to have to start picking these punches better, or really sitting down on power shots like he's never thrown in his life if he wants to turn this around. That's just my opinion. That's not any expert call. I did not call on the one and only Patches Lugosi for that one. I'm just telling you how I see it. As the 6th round comes to an end, Muhammad Ali raising his hands high. You gotta wonder what the gas tank of both of these guys looks like, because neither one of these boys are leaving anything left in the reserves. You know, this is we saw Lennox Lewis versus Evander Holyfield in the semifinals, and that one went to decision because I feel like both guys throughout the entire ordeal were choosing very wisely what they wanted to throw, when they wanted to throw it. Both of these guys here are going to war in this co-main event. As the 7th round gets underway, we want to thank Scream Sequence, razor sharp reviews on your favorite creepy classics, once again for sponsoring those corner cams. Dan, you want to see me do reviews on Freddy Krueger's movies, Jason Voorhees, Leprechaun, Chucky, Scream, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I want to do all those, and we will once we break 200 patrons over on youtube.com. Whatever, you get the fucking deal. Patreon.com/616entertainment. We saw Tyson sit down on another horrific uppercut, and once again it missed. So I called for Tyson to throw power shots like he's never thrown before, and he did his damnedest. But Ali, once again, was able to just get out of the way of it. There's the shuffle, and Tyson blocks it upstairs. Look at this. Beautiful defense work here from Tyson, who then eats a 3-punch combo. Oh my god, and a 4-punch combo after! Holy shit, Muhammad Ali did not like the fact that I was putting over Tyson's defense, landed 7 punches in about 6.5 seconds. Good lord. Tyson's got him trapped in the corner here. Both guys throwing bombs. Big business. Something has got to give. Look out, look out, look out, look out, look out. I'm sensing something big coming. Patches, do you feel like something big's gonna happen?
It could happen at any moment.
Oh, dude, see, I know. I agree. Tyson with an overhand right that lands and interrupts the flow of Ali. I'm going to lay out here for a second, and we're just going to listen to the impact of some of these shots. Oh man, what a way to come back. Tyson eats 3 straight jabs from Muhammad Ali, answers back with one raucous right hook to the body. But once again, I gotta tell you, I don't think that one power shot is gonna make the difference when you got somebody like Muhammad Ali just landing combination after combination. Through nearly 7 rounds here, I worry that this is getting away from Iron Mike. Just look at this. Look at this. I laid out again for a second, and Tyson is just getting bombed on. Absolutely bombed on by Muhammad Ali. And uppercut to the body. And it was a great shot. It was. But it was one punch compared to like 9. As round 7 comes to an end, and if you're in the corner of Mike Tyson, what do you do at this point? You gotta be shouting at this guy. Put him on the fucking ropes. Get glued to that guy. Pull out the needle and thread and stitch yourself to his side like Bart Simpson's evil twin from that Treehouse of Horror episode from fucking like 1995. Okay? You need this guy to be your conjoined twin because he keeps getting away from you. And every time you're trying to close the distance, it's ta-ta-ta-ta. And you don't like that. You don't want those ta-ta-ta-tas. You understand? Round 8 begins. And are we going to see a blitz from Mike Tyson? The most meaningful offensive work from Mike Tyson. I think we need to see it, and I think we need to see it right now. He's throwing combinations. He's throwing power shots. But they're standing in the middle of the ring. There's a beautiful left hook from Tyson. And a shot to the body as well. These guys are trading bombs here. Trading bombs. Big work from both men. Tyson hurts him. Tyson drops Ali. Tyson drops Ali. What a concussive right hand, followed up by a left uppercut. Ali is down. The referee administers the count. Can the greatest get to his feet? Or is it all she wrote? Not so fast, says Muhammad Ali. He says, you think I've never been put on the canvas before? Have you never seen me in there with Ken Norton? Have you never seen me in there with some of the hardest hitters of all time? Mike Tyson might be one of the best power punchers in the business, but I've eaten it for breakfast and I came back for lunch. Do you understand? Ali's not taking it laying down. He wants to land some power shots of his own, but he's gonna have to be careful, because if Tyson puts you down once, he can put you down twice. Holy shit. Those bombs, those nuclear warheads from Mike. Oh, what a left hook from Muhammad Ali. And now we have kicked things into what? 3rd or 4th gear? I'm not going to say that this fight was taking place in 1st gear the whole time, because that would be a goddamn lie. And I'm not interested in being dishonest to you, Dan Dans, but these guys are kicking things up a notch. I almost just said Emeril Lagasse would say, bam! But he is a famous chef from like 20 years ago. What made me think of him? Who even knows who that is anymore? I realize that my audience skews around my age and older. I feel like most of my viewers are not in their like teenage years, you know? But I don't know how many of the younger viewers know who Emeril Lagasse is. Patch, do you remember Emeril Lagasse?
Yeah, bam.
I'm surprised you remember that. These guys are bringing the pain. Shout out to Method and Red. Do you understand? Holy shit. Ali's trying to make up for this round here, which I don't know if that's a good strategy. Ali, having been dropped in this round, I think this is the first round that Ali has convincingly lost. If you're in Ali's corner, why are you not shouting, just chill, just back up, just take a break? As we come to the end of what may have been the most important round of this fight thus far, if you're in the corner of Muhammad Ali, I feel like you should have been shouting, take your foot off the fucking gas. You know, we're heading into the 9th round, so we're getting into the late innings here, as this cameraman is obviously into some ass as he zooms in. Good Lord, man. If you're in Ali's corner, you just say, take your foot off the gas. You have insurance rounds, you know? All the work that you've done has built us up to this point. You know, we're not scoring punch for punch. Every round goes in the books, and then it's there. Those old rounds are not going to get erased. Dandans, this is the Fight Night Championship Tournament finale, but this is just the co-main event. Don't forget, we got Lennox Lewis versus Tommy Morrison for the 616 Entertainment Fight Night Heavyweight Championship coming up next. What I'm seeing early here in round 9 is Tyson was able to bully Ali against the ropes. And Ali didn't get off those ropes until Tyson backed up. Why he backed up, I'm not exactly sure, because I feel like he had him where he wanted him. Let's see if Tyson bullies him up against the ropes once again. He's coming in with the guard up. He's blocking high, he's blocking low. He's using the head movement, landing to the body. These late rounds are extremely important for Mike Tyson, who I believe needs a finish to walk away with a victory here. You know, if Tyson drops Ali in every round going forward, maybe we see a draw. Maybe he's able to pull ahead on the scorecards. I don't think that's going to happen. Oh, what a dodge and a right hook to the body. You know Ali felt that one. Ali backs off, feeling the pain in his insides. I do think Ali is still ahead on the scorecards decisively, and he's landing beautiful combinations here. This is what you want to see if you're the coach of the greatest. You don't want to see him taking that knockdown and then totally freaking out and freezing up out there. You want to see him still fighting the fight that he was fighting all the way up to this point. Oh, he's hurt again! Ali's hurt again! And he clinches up. Tyson's able to separate. Can Tyson put him down once again here in the 9th round? There's a stiff shot, stiff right hand. Ali's in trouble. Ali doing his best to put that poker face on. But unless you're fucking Lady Gaga, Tyson's gonna see through it. Oh, that's not good. 4-punch combination from the greatest. Jab, 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 left hook. This is beautiful combination work from Ali, and that's the thing, once again, is, okay, Tyson hurts Ali, but if Ali still lands more punches, looks better, makes Tyson miss more, we still could be looking at an Ali round. That's why this one is so exciting. They say styles make fights, and they've never been fucking wrong. You understand? Holy shit. I think I was talking about Tommy Morrison and Lennox Lewis earlier, and I was trying to put over that big main event that we have coming up next. Dandans, don't go anywhere. We're just getting started here. As round 9 is in the books. Both of these guys giving it everything they've got. Blood has been pouring out of the left eye of Mike Tyson since we were 3 minutes into this fight. And now that we're more than 30 minutes into this fight, nothing has changed. The blood still streaming down the side of the face. Muhammad Ali in his corner's got to be thinking, man, I've been putting it on him. I've been giving him everything I got. I've been smashing him with these lefts, smashing him with these rights. How is he still here? And Tyson says, it's because my style is impetuous, my defense is impregnable. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Look at the white fedoras in the crowd. The Zoot Suits have showed up tonight. Holy hell. Oh, what a left uppercut there from Ali. Tyson ducked right into it. Zigged when he should have zagged. Eats that left uppercut. And you know what? We just saw Ali shuffle there, and he threw a shot, which I believe connected. But I do want to give Muhammad Ali a ton of credit here. Not that he needs credit from this fucking one-man announce booth. But I want to give Ali credit because I think we saw Ali give away the Holyfield fight by dancing too much, by not adjusting his strategy when he clearly should have. Here in this second fight with Tyson, Ali is not making that mistake over and over. Early on he was, but as time has gone on, he has really adjusted when and where he decides to style on this guy. And up to this point, I gotta say, I realize now I'm reiterating, but I have Ali ahead. This late fight is swinging in the direction of Tyson, but those early insurance rounds, I believe, are going to be cashed in if Ali can take this the distance. If he wants to take it the distance. We're not seeing Ali just throwing jab, easy jab. We're still seeing Ali ducking, jiving, throwing power uppercuts. He's still doing everything he can to get Tyson out of here, you know? Because if he can get this through 12 rounds, that's still, 8 more minutes he has to spend in the ring with Mike Tyson? Where if he can knock Tyson out with this next shot, he doesn't have to spend any more minutes with Mike Tyson. And think about what you would do. Think about if you were in Ali's position. If you could spend less time in the ring across from Mike Tyson, wouldn't you want to do it? Come on. That's an easy answer right there. I sat out there for a second just to get a look at things, not having to think about what I was going to say or what was going to happen next. I just wanted to get a lay of the land and feel this out. And what I saw was a much slower, much more reserved Mike Tyson. You know, they call him iron, but at the end of the day, metal is malleable. Do you understand? Oh my God! Tyson says, shut the fuck up! Right hand! Muhammad Ali never saw it coming. I didn't see it coming. You didn't see it coming. That might be all she wrote. The referee administering the count to the greatest who floated like a butterfly and just got stung by a fucking murder hornet. It's over! Iron Mike Tyson gains the revenge he sought. What a comeback victory! Mike Tyson puts the nail in the coffin of Muhammad Ali in the 10th round. Let's get a look at these judges' scorecards and Dan-Dans. As I stated, take a look at the cards. Most of the judges early on, up until the 8th round, were scoring it almost exclusively for Muhammad Ali. I was saying those early insurance rounds could be Ali's gate to salvation, but Mike Tyson says, shut the fuck up. Right hand, that's all she wrote. One of the greatest knockouts we've ever seen. What an absolute barn burner. An unbelievable performance from both competitors. But it was Iron Mike Tyson who scored the comeback knockout late in the fight. Dan-Dans, the question is, did you bet on the right man? You know what's always a good bet is supporting this channel over on patreon.com/616entertainment. There are exclusives over there for supporters, everything from Elden Ring Let's Plays to monthly Q&A podcasts, but those are the exclusives. The big deal is that supporting at any level helps bring shows like 616 Thunder and Scream Sequence to life. I want to produce more wrestling content for you guys. I want to deliver those in-depth horror movie reviews. I just need the support to make it happen. And with all of you in my corner, get it? Corner, because this is boxing, I know we can make it happen. But hold on to your assholes, because I'm getting word from backstage, yes indeed, definitely wearing an earpiece or whatever, that it's time for the main event of the evening. Dan-Dans, this is for all the marbles. the 616 Entertainment Fight Night Heavyweight Championship is on the line as this man, Lennox Lewis, makes his way to the ring. That's a big boy, 6'5", 245 pounds of power. This man beat George Foreman and Evander Holyfield to make it here, but his opponent, standing across from him, the Duke, Tommy Morrison, knocked out Joe Frazier and Roy Jones Jr., two of the best to ever do it. Now, I know that this poster said Ali versus Tyson 2 co-headlines Lewis versus Morrison, which is for the championship belt. But Dan-Dans, if you did not know, these men have met before. Lennox Lewis holds a TKO victory over Tommy Morrison. So much like the fight we just saw, one of these men is out to prove he is indeed the best in Lennox Lewis, and the other man, Tommy Morrison, is looking for revenge. The bell has sounded. Place your bets. Who will be the 616 Entertainment Fight Night Heavyweight Champion? God damn, it all comes down to this. Lennox Lewis, the taller fighter. He's got a longer reach. Oh man, but Tommy Morrison's finding his way inside. If Tommy Morrison was able to weather the storm of Joe Frazier, if he was able to break down the walls, not of Jericho, but of Jones Jr., who's to say that Tommy Morrison cannot avenge his defeat to Lennox Lewis, who is fighting much like Muhammad Ali just fought against Iron Mike Tyson? We're seeing a lot of backing up. We're seeing a lot of pitter-patter punches that are finding their way home, but are not necessarily the hard shots. We're seeing Tommy Morrison throw these hard shots here, and they are landing. Lennox Lewis was... Oh man, look at these shots! To the body, to the head from Tommy Morrison. Now, Dan-Dans, oh, did you see that? Lennox Lewis was winding up a big right hook. Tommy Morrison cuts him off with that lead uppercut. If there's one man that I did not think was going to make it to the finals, I'm going to be honest, it was Tommy Morrison. Tommy Morrison is a guy who was put on this bracket because he's a bruiser. He's a hard hitter. He's a guy who I figured would be on this bracket and he would have good fights. Now, whether it was one good fight and he was eliminated, maybe he gets to the semifinals and he's eliminated, I don't know. I just knew he would make for a good time. He would make for entertaining fights. You know, people kind of gave me some shit about putting Tommy Morrison on this bracket. Where's Vladimir Klitschko? Where's Vitaly Klitschko? Where's James Toney? And I said, listen, Tommy Morrison is a motherfucker. And Tommy Morrison's going to give us some... Oh, look at that left uppercut! Off the slip, Tommy Morrison's going to give us some good action here. And here he is in the finals facing Lennox Lewis, the man who holds victories, a knockout victory to be exact, over George Foreman. The first fight on this bracket, Lewis versus Foreman. Lennox Lewis kicked this show off in a big way with a devastating uppercut that shut George Foreman's lights out. And then in the semifinals, it was a chess match. Maybe it was not the fight that people were hoping for. It was very measured, very strategic, but Lennox Lewis picked up a win over Evander Holyfield. This is not going to be that type of fight. And once again, we've seen it twice now. We're only in the first round. Lennox Lewis shaking out that right hand, saying, look at this, Tommy, look at this. And Tommy says, oh yeah? How about this lead uppercut to the dome, sucker? Lennox Lewis on the ropes, but he powers his way out. This is... Oh, what a shot right there before the end of the first round. Lennox Lewis with a piston-like right hand telling Tommy Morrison exactly who he's in the ring against. Dan, the corner cams in Tyson versus Ali 2 were brought to us by Scream Sequence. Razor sharp reviews on your favorite creepy classics. A show that comes to life when we hit 200 patrons over on patreon.com/616entertainment. But let's not forget about this fight sponsor, 616 Thunder, a second weekly wrestling game show And that one unlocks at 150 patrons. We are almost there already. 2 shows on the cusp of coming to life. Will you help them become a reality? You can do so for as little as $2 a month. Listen, how much money do you think you spend on coffee a month? You paying $3 a day for coffee 5 days a week? You're spending fucking a lot of money. $2 a month, you can help these shows come to life. But we're not talking about having things come to life. Oh, look at that! See, that's what I'm talking about! Lennox Lewis with a 5-punch combination. Most of them finding their way home. Tommy Morrison on the outside going, hold on, hold on. I'm going to find my way into this battle. I'm out in the middle of the sea on this rickety-ass canoe, and I got one fucking paddle, but I'm going to make the best out of this situation. You understand? We're going to find shore. This is an unbelievable pace being set here by Lennox Lewis in the second round. He came out throwing... Oh, there's another one! Right hand to the head from Lennox Lewis, who's sticking and moving. Tommy Morrison answers back with an uppercut to the body. And if you're watching Tommy Gunn here, if you're watching the Duke, well, first of all, he just ate a left uppercut for his deeds right there. But we're seeing the Duke throwing to the body a lot. Tommy Morrison is looking to put some insurance down with that body work here in the early rounds. Maybe sap some gas, siphon the fuel out of Lennox Lewis's tank so in later rounds Tommy Morrison can tee off upstairs. Beautiful strategy, and Lennox Lewis hears me talking. He goes, you know what, that doesn't sound too bad. Lennox Lewis throwing to the body as well, mixing it up, going to the head with that power uppercut. It's a shame. It is a goddamn shame that this show is so short. You know, this is the 7th episode, and we're already winding it down. This is the finale of the Fight Night Championship Tournament. Oh, look at these guys trading powerful blows back and forth. But fear not, I am listening to you as always. I can see the numbers on these shows. I can see that this show does better than the BioShock series. This show, on average, performs better than most Let's Play Friday episodes did. That stands out to me, and I read the comments and I see you guys saying, please do another one. Please do either another division or you move over to one of the UFC games. I listen. So, if you're looking for more combat sports content, specifically combat sports video game content, I hear you, okay? What an uppercut from Lennox Lewis! But the way things stand right now, we're about to have a big opening on the Monday spot on the weekly calendar there. I wonder what could fill that. Huh. Gonna have to do some thinking. As round 2 comes to an end, the MGM Grand Garden Arena are on their feet. They're looking at Tommy Morrison in the corner here, who has a cut on the left cheek. You see that? Under the eye, Tommy Morrison has been opened up from these shots by Lennox Lewis. And if you know anything about anything, you know that a boxer does not want to already be losing blood right in the beginning of a fight. Look at Lennox Lewis. Looks fresh as a fucking daisy. Not a bruise on him. Not a scratch on him. We're going to see if he can keep that up. As round 3 gets underway, both guys meeting in the center of the ring, ready to throw down. Both guys want that 616 Entertainment Fight Night Championship belt strapped around their waist. Both guys are willing to give it all. Look at the combination work from Lennox Lewis. I say it every time. Every once in a while, I like to sit out. I like to just watch the action unfold, and so, you know, every once in a while there's a lull. You know, I sit out at the wrong time and nothing happens. We just hear the coaches going, good work. But right there I sat out in Lennox Lewis, dang, using Tommy Morrison's fucking brains as a speed bag. The combinations here are incredible from Lennox Lewis. This is not the Lennox Lewis that fought Evander Holyfield in the semifinals. This looks like the Lennox Lewis that stood toe-to-toe with George Foreman and knocked him the fuck out. I don't see this going to a decision. Oh, what a shot! Tommy Morrison answers back. Lennox Lewis is stung. We got two big heavyweight fights on this card, and I do not see either one of them going the distance. Tommy Morrison, you can't be eating those shots, brother. 4 shots, one after another. Every single one of them finding their way home. Man, if you're the Duke, if you're in the Dukes... Oh, he's hurt. Tommy Morrison is hurt in a big way. Tommy Morrison's got to clinch up or he's going to taste the canvas. There it is. That's what you want to see if you're in the corner of Tommy Morrison. I was just about to say, if you're in the corner of the Duke, you got to be shouting at this guy. Get your hands up. Start moving your head. You can't be standing in front of a Lennox Lewis who's throwing 5-punch combinations. It's not good for your health. You got me? Good Lord. Oh, man. Oh, shit. 2 hard punches. 2 powerful right hands to the dome of Lennox Lewis, who answers back with a combination of his own. This is absolute... Oh, what a left hook to the body from the Duke. The worst possible outcome was we get to the finals of the Fight Night Championship Tournament. Oh, left uppercut from Tommy Morrison. We get to the finals and the fight is an absolute fucking stinker. But that is not what we are seeing here. This is high-octane action. Both guys bringing everything they've got. Morrison trying to show off the head movement there, though, but he's got to show off the movement before he eats the first 2 punches of the combination. There you go. Beautiful slip. Duck under right there from Tommy Morrison. Blocks the shot to the body. Let's see if one... Oh, there it goes. Lennox Lewis raises his hand. He's telling the judges, you know what you just saw. I had that man hurt. They call him the Duke. Huh? I'm about to put the Duke down. John Wayne didn't survive in all his movies. You understand? That cut is getting worse. That cut underneath the left eye of Tommy Morrison is getting considerably worse, and we're only through 3 rounds right here. 3 rounds that have been sponsored by Scream Sequence. Razor sharp reviews on your favorite creepy classics. How about it? Patches, is this fight living up to the expectations?
All that and more.
You said it, buddy. You said it. As round 4 is underway, is Tommy Morrison coming out here looking for blood? He smells his own blood dripping off that left cheek. But is he coming out here looking to put a hurt on Lennox Lewis for taking his knees out in that last round? I will bet anybody someone is... Oh, there it is! I was in the middle of saying it! Tommy Morrison drops Lennox Lewis with a right uppercut! You cannot trade shots with the Duke! It's not good for your health! Lennox Lewis goes down in the 4th round. The referee administering the count. Lennox Lewis back up to his feet at 5. Dan, I swear to fucking God, the sentence I was in the middle of is I will bet anyone $5 that someone's going down in this round. I didn't get halfway through the sentence, and Tommy Morrison said, I'm not going to make a liar out of you. But here's the thing, you guys didn't read the fine print, now you all owe me $5. Oh, a venomous, 2 venomous uppercuts to the midsection of Lennox Lewis, who needs to get on his bike. He needs to get away from Tommy Morrison, and he's doing it right here. He's backing up, he's creating some distance. He's saying, give me a second to breathe. Let me find my bearings. Let me get my feet underneath me here, because I'm just getting bombed on. Holy shit, is this an unbelievable round for Tommy Morrison. Oh, there's a right hand from Lennox Lewis that lands right on the mark, and that's not going to be good for that cut on the left cheek of Tommy Morrison. You can't be taking those right power shots from Lennox Lewis if you don't want the referee to stop this fight. Oh my goodness! Lennox Lewis is hurt again! Lennox Lewis is down again! An unbelievable combination! The punctuation of the exclamation point with that left uppercut, and Lennox Lewis is down again, and this might be an early night in the Fight Night Championship Tournament. Lewis is hanging on. Lennox Lewis is holding on for dear life, and he eats a right hand up top and a left. Lennox Lewis is in danger of getting stopped in the opening rounds. Tommy Morrison is putting a beating on Lennox Lewis. Tommy Morrison is fighting like a man who has been defeated in the past. Tommy Morrison is fighting like a man who has everything to prove, and Lennox Lewis may not have been ready for this vicious onslaught of Tommy Gunn. Lewis is answering back, but this is not the guy that we saw in the first 3 rounds. And I'm not saying that he took his foot off the gas and that's why Tommy Morrison is landing these shots. Tommy Morrison reached over and pulled Lennox Lewis's foot off the gas. This is an absolute beatdown. Mercifully, the 4th round comes to an end, and Tommy Morrison has Lennox Lewis on the ropes. Figuratively, literally, whatever you want to say, but I'm looking at that left eye on Tommy Morrison, and that looks bad. That cut looked fucking horrible. Tommy Morrison looks like he was in there with goddamn Jason Voorhees. He doesn't look like he's in there against a pro boxer. Speaking of pro boxers, Lennox Lewis, they got the ice on his back. They're giving him a sip of water, saying, "Find your feet, kid. Find your feet underneath you. You're Lennox Lewis. You're a multi-time heavyweight champion. Tommy Morrison's a guy that you've beaten in the past, and he's out here doing this to you. I don't think so." Are we going to see a different Lennox Lewis after this round? Because at this point, this is Tommy Morrison's fight to lose. Lennox Lewis, in my opinion, put 3 rounds in the tank. I had Lennox Lewis up 30-27 after those first 3 rounds. Tommy Morrison not only just evened things up, but he totally swung the momentum in his favor. Because on the scorecards, sure, that's the 4th round, that's just 1 round for Tommy Morrison. Sure, it was a 10-7 round, but that's just 1 round in the grand scheme of things. I'm not thinking about the points. I'm thinking about the fact that Lennox Lewis has been put down twice. And you can't keep taking those shots and getting up. Tommy Morrison got stung there in that 3rd round, but his back did not touch the canvas. Do you understand? This is not equal footing we're talking about here. Dan, I hope you placed your bets in the first round down in the comments section. And if things are swinging in a big way and you want to update it, jump down there again. Go ahead. Tell me, oh fuck, I put my money on Lennox Lewis and it's not looking great. Or tell me, I can't believe I went with Tommy Morrison and one of my picks is finally panning out. Go ahead, go for it. Oh man, what a shot from Tommy Morrison! But Lennox Lewis took it well. He didn't take that well. That's the thing. I'm trying to compliment Lennox Lewis here. I'm saying, oh, he took it well. How about you don't take it? You know? Where's the guy from the first 3 rounds who was hitting Tommy Morrison with 5 punches before Tommy Morrison knew he was in the ring? You got me? Oh, man. The body work. The body mork from the Duke. I think I just said body mork. Oh, man! That was gorgeous stuff. Those were 2 fatal uppercuts from the Duke. Lennox Lewis able to get out of the way of both of them, and he's answering back. Combination work here from Lennox Lewis. This is what we want to see. Beautiful uppercut! Lennox Lewis with a lead uppercut for the ages on Tommy Morrison. Oh, fuck. These guys are just throwing bombs. Oh man, dude, when it comes to warfare in the real world, there's a thing that we lean on called mutually assured destruction. Do you know what that is? That is what we all lean on, hoping that nobody is going to fire a nuke at their adversaries. And because if one person fires a nuke, somebody else is going to fire a nuke. And then everybody's going to fire their nukes, and we're all done. We're all dead. We're all toast. This fight oh, what a shot! What a fucking shot! A right hand puts out the lights of Tommy Morrison. Bang! The left hook on the way down. Momentum just changed in a big way. Tommy Morrison's able to get up to his feet at the end of that round, but he's not looking good. I can practically see bone coming through that cut. That is a hatchet wound on the left eye of Tommy Morrison, and Lennox Lewis is taking a page out of Roy Jones Jr.'s book. Lennox Lewis is saying, y'all must have forgot. You don't know who you're in here with. Ooh, that would be a good storyline, wouldn't it? That Roy Jones Jr. was really unhappy that he got stopped by Tommy Morrison in the final round of their fight. So Roy Jones Jr. actually helped Lennox Lewis prepare for this fight here in the finals. Yeah, that's what happened. As round 6 begins, I think this is round 6. I'm talking about mutually assured destruction. I'm talking about hatchet wounds. This is unbelievable stuff, and I'm going to be totally honest here with you, Dan-Dans. I'm getting a really bad headache while I'm recording this. I feel like I'm taking these punches. Holy shit. These guys, they don't just have their foot on the gas. These guys are flooring it to the finish line. This fight is ending in a knockout. If this fight doesn't end in a knockout, I'll ask myself. And that's a threat that I've levied against myself many times across the Fight Night Championship tournament, and nobody has made me pay for it just yet. And the reason I'm offering it up again right here is because I know I'm not going to have to pay it off. Someone is getting knocked out, and it might happen within the next 10 seconds. Beautiful uppercut from Tommy Morrison, Patches Lugosi. How do you see this fight playing out?
It's gonna be a knockout.
Yeah, I think so too. The Oracle, known as Patches Lugosi, a fighting expert. Oh man, combination work from Lennox Lewis, who eats a couple downstairs, backs off just a bit. But these guys are opposite ends of the magnet. Do you understand? They're both connected to each other. There is just an impulse between these two guys to constantly stay in the middle of the ring and constantly be drawn towards one another. This is an endless cycle of reaching your hand into the fucking bee's nest because of what might be there. Look at this combination! That was 5 power punches from Lennox Lewis! How is Tommy Morrison still on his feet? Holy Jesus Christ. You know, and I'm not trying... Oh, man! Lennox Lewis is hurt! Lennox Lewis is hurt in a big way! Tommy Morrison's got him reeling! He's got him reeling bad! Going upstairs! Uppercuts! Hooks! Lennox Lewis is holding on for dear life! I'm not trying to move the goalpost when I say that the greatest fight we've ever seen has changed 4 to 5 times throughout the course of this tournament. I'm not moving the goalpost. What these guys are doing are picking up the torch and driving it further down the field. Lennox Lewis versus Tommy Morrison in the finals of the Fight Night Championship tournament. This is the best fight we've ever seen. No fucking doubt in my mind. Who could have seen a back-and-forth slugfest battle like this coming? And I don't know if you guys just saw that. Hit the back button on your keyboard just once to see Lennox Lewis. He actually pushed Tommy Morrison away to create some distance there. As we come to the end of this round, are you guys seeing what I'm seeing on Tommy Morrison's face? He looks like he was in a car accident. Holy Christ on a crutch. Yeah, you think? The coach puts the ice on the side of his head. You fucking think? Good Lord, we're only going into the 7th round. We're like just now approaching the halfway point of this fight. But I'll tell you this. Lennox Lewis can't get put down 2 more times. And Tommy Morrison's left eye can't take 6 more rounds. Okay? We are on a one-way course to a finish. And if you are watching the live premiere with me right now in the chat, I hope you are having a tremendous time. I hope the Fight Night Championship tournament has not only lived up to your expectations, but exceeded them. And I hope you're looking forward to all the stuff that's coming down the pipeline. You know, because you watched last Friday, The Life and Death of Turok, that the next... Oh, what an uppercut from Tommy Morrison! The next big retrospective before the history of God of War starts next month. I can't believe we're already... well, in June. I can't believe we're already that close to the history of God of War. But DC Universe Online, 11 years later, is the next big retrospective. That one drops May 25th. full disclosure, it's already done. I didn't think I was going to have it done this quickly. So that one's just in the chamber. But that first episode of Scream Sequence that I've already promised, a full review on Freddy vs. Jason vs. Ash, the sequel to the movie Freddy vs. Jason 2 that was delivered to us in comic book form, that's my next big project. And I hope to have that out in May. So I hope this show exceeded your expectations, and I promise to continue exceeding your expectations here on youtube.com/616entertainment. Oh, he's hurt! Lennox Lewis is hurt! He's in trouble! He's got to back up! Tommy Morrison with the push, trying to create some distance! Lennox Lewis shouldn't be shaking out that right hand, distracting Tommy Morrison, but what the fuck do I know? He just landed a left uppercut that reminded Tommy Morrison who he's in there against. This is the best shit ever. This show is so good. Oh, what a venomous uppercut to the body of Tommy Morrison, driving all of the air out of his lungs. If you're Lennox Lewis, you gotta be proud of that one. Oh, but you don't like that. You don't like taking that right hand upstairs. That's not good. He takes another one. Tommy Morrison is not letting up. It's a barrage of punches. Early on in this fight, we were seeing a Lennox Lewis who could throw a 5-punch combination, and he'd probably land 4 of them. At this point, here in the 7th round, we're seeing a Tommy Morrison who's starting to be able to parry these shots and answer back. And even when Tommy Morrison is not immediately answering back, Lennox Lewis is thinking twice about throwing these extended combinations. I'm putting over Tommy Morrison right now, but as I'm doing it, Lennox Lewis is landing combos. So... just tremendous work on both sides. And I really have no idea. I don't even know who's winning at this point. I honestly don't. Early on, it was Lennox Lewis. Tommy Morrison planted his flag in that 4th round and says, "Do not take my name off the bracket. I hope you're etching up a Tommy Morrison nameplate for that fucking belt right now, and you better shine it up real nice." Danans, get in the comments right now, or the live chat of the premiere, whatever's good for you. How do you have this one scored right now? Who is ahead on your scorecards? Is it the Duke? Is it Lennox Lewis? Does somebody... Oh, what a leaping left hook from Tommy Morrison. And last time he landed that punch, he hurt Lennox Lewis in a big way. Does somebody get their lights shut out here in the 8th round? I'm going to say they do. I'm saying somebody's getting knocked out here in the 8th round. That's where my money is. Lennox Lewis with a beautiful parry and a jab to the body right there, giving Tommy Morrison something to think about. Tommy Morrison's trying to use that jab as a setup so he can land a power shot just like that. Lennox Lewis is trying to take that tool out of the tool set of Tommy Morrison. Will he be successful at that feat? We don't know just yet. But that's why we're tuned in. As the fans in the audience are on their feet, they're jumping up and down, the flash bulbs are going off. We're about to crown a 616 Entertainment Fight Night heavyweight champion, possibly here in the 8th round. Having your back on the ropes is probably not something you want to do right now if you're Lennox Lewis. I'm not a corner man. I'm not a coach. I'm just saying. When Tommy Morrison's hands are going, it's not a good place to be. Oh, what a shot! Not a good place to be. Lennox Lewis answers back, though. He took one, and then he answered back with 2. Lennox, get off the ropes. Oh, yeah, how about it? There's an uppercut, and Lennox Lewis is in big trouble. He's in big trouble. He's got no legs right now, and he's got to get out of the danger zone. Somehow, he hangs on. That's why I don't want Lennox Lewis's back on the ropes. Stay away from those ropes. Look at these combinations. Lennox Lewis landing at will. This is non-stop. This is just non-stop action. When you plop down your money for a pay-per-view, this is what you want to see. Nobody plopped down their money for this. This is here on youtube.com/616entertainment for everybody. Do you understand? This is where it's at. The Fight Night Championship Tournament Finals. Tommy Morrison threw a right hand there. Lennox Lewis was just too far away. And look at these combos. Look at these combos from the outside. Beautiful work from Lennox Lewis after he got dropped twice in the 4th round. Who thought we would see Lennox Lewis running away with the 8th round? That is heart, that is skill, that is determination. And that's a man who just ended the 8th round with confidence in spades. Tommy Morrison's corner are putting that end swell over on the right side of his face. And I don't know if that fucking guy just doesn't see the bone of Tommy Morrison's cheek poking through the skin, but I know I certainly do. Our beautiful ring card girl is showing off that we are headed into the 9th round. And hey, you heard me. I said I was putting my money that it was going to be curtains for somebody in round number 8, and that just wasn't true. The bell rings for what could be the final time, and I'm not just trying to drum up anticipation. I'm not trying to build the suspense. I have the suspense in me. I know that it's only going to take one shot from one of these big behemoths to shut the lights out, to end this tournament once and for all, and to crown a champion. Lennox Lewis with a left hook up top eats an uppercut for his deeds. But if you're Lennox Lewis, this is how you want the beginning of this round to look. Oh man! Lennox Lewis almost landed the sniper shot, the kill shot right there. Tommy Morrison barely able to avoid it. My heart is in my throat right now. It's about to beat out of my chest because I can just feel it. I can feel that the power shots are getting cooked up. Oh, there's one. There's a great land from Tommy Morrison. And Dan, don't be shy. Oh my God! Left uppercut. Lennox Lewis is hurt. Tommy Morrison attacking the body. Hurts him up top. Goes down low. That's going to be unbelievable that Lennox Lewis was able to hang on. I don't know how he did it, but he did, and he's still in trouble. Lennox Lewis needs to get out of this corner, and he needs to get out right now. Lennox Lewis has got to get out of this corner. And look at that. He's fighting out of the corner. He's not just running away. Lennox Lewis with a 3-punch combination telling Tommy Morrison, give me some fucking space, sucker. This is just tremendous. What a fucking shot there. Both of these guys. when this thing's all said and done, and here's the thing. Who's not going to want to see a rematch between these guys? All right? We got Ali versus Tyson 2. We all wanted to see Ali versus Tyson 2. We got it. It lived up to the hype. I think the underdog in Mike Tyson shocked the world by knocking Muhammad Ali out cold in the rematch. But you're telling me you're not thinking the same thing here? No matter who wins, you're telling me you don't want to see these guys step in the ring again? Bullocks. That's what I say. Tommy Morrison with a beautiful 1-2 up top. Lennox Lewis can't keep eating these shots here. He's retreating. He's trying to make Tommy Morrison miss so he can make Tommy Morrison pay. And I think he's about to do it right now. Not quite. I thought I could smell it. I thought I could taste it. But Lennox Lewis wasn't able to find that shot. My head is fucking pounding right now. I gotta take some extra strength Tylenol after this fight. Holy shit. Man, Patches, what do you do when you have a headache?
I don't really get headaches.
Good for you, man. I'm glad to hear that. Dan, I'm gonna take a sip of my drink here, because I haven't throughout this entire pay-per-view caliber event.
counter hook. Make him pay for his mistakes. Done.
Gotta wet my whistle a little bit. You know what I mean? As we enter double digits as far as the rounds are concerned. I said it already, but I'm going to say it again. I can't believe we've gotten this far. What round did Tyson Ali end in? Was that the 10th round? Was that the 9th round? I don't even know. I'm thinking about what an excellent fight that was and how this pay-per-view caliber event has exceeded our expectations, and just the fact that we gotta do this again, right? We need another season of the Fight Night Championship Tournament. Or do we need a UFC Grand Prix? The floor is open for suggestions, for recommendations. What do you guys want to see? Let me know. I'm all ears. The answer to that question is not set in stone just yet. You know, sometimes I tell you guys, like, oh, there's something you don't know about yet, and I'm really excited to tell you. That's not the case here. I don't know what the next combat sports show is going to be. I just know that eventually we'll do one, you know? Look out here. We're seeing a more measured approach here in the 10th round, and that might be because we're nearing the end, but I don't know if either of these guys should feel comfortable letting up. And as I'm saying it, Lennox Lewis is certainly not letting up. Lennox Lewis is throwing every punch he knows how to throw, but Tommy Morrison's able to block most of them. The offensive output of Tommy Morrison may have slowed just a little bit, but he might just be looking for that perfect shot. He's letting Lennox Lewis throw at will, and now these guys are trading power blows in the 10th round. And with the damage that both of these guys have accumulated, I think it's just a matter of time. Beautiful counter lead uppercut there from Tommy Morrison. There's a shot! An answer back from Lennox Lewis! You know, it's funny. Sometimes Tommy Morrison lands a hard right hand and Lennox Lewis hits Tommy back with a hard right hand. Tommy will hit a hard lead uppercut and Lennox Lewis will answer back with a hard lead uppercut. It's almost like when one guy takes a specific punch, he answers back with that exact punch. It's like they're going tit for tat. Anything you can do, I can do better. These guys have made me, they've proven me wrong a couple times in this fight, where I have sensed something coming and it hasn't come, but I'm sensing a gigantic power shot off a counter. And in the 11th round, something is telling me that we're going to see just that. One of these boys is going to slip a punch, and I think it's going to be an uppercut. The Oracle, the fortune teller, known as Patches Lugosi. Am I right about this?
Maybe.
Oh, man, you're letting the suspense build. You're a man of few words, Patch. You know that? He just nodded. See? That's how few words man is a patch of. Man, that's how few words Patch is a man of. He just nodded. He didn't even say yes. It wasn't a verbal communication. Holy shit! First punch of the 11th round. Tommy Morrison with a right hand that would have put most people in the grave. But Lennox Lewis is not most people. Lennox Lewis is not even most boxers. Lennox Lewis is one of the greatest of all time. A surefire Hall of Famer. A multi-time heavyweight champion of the world. Lennox Lewis is a man who's going to say, you're going to have to kill me to take this belt, Tommy Morrison. And Tommy Morrison's doing everything he can to drive the breath out of the lungs of Lennox Lewis. This is a fight. This is more than a fight. It's a war of attrition. Both of these men are spilling blood. Both of these men are... Oh! Tommy Morrison's hurt! Tommy Morrison's hurt in a big way! Lennox Lewis is landing! And that could be it. A beautiful right uppercut. Look at that. Slips through the guard. Catches Tommy Morrison on the cut. And that might be the difference maker. It wasn't just a power shot. He caught him right on that cut. Tommy Morrison could have a broken orbital bone. He's trying to get to his feet. And he does. Somehow he does. An unbelievable turn of events here in the 11th round. Tommy Morrison goes down, gets back to his feet. And it's like I was just saying, this is a war of attrition. These guys are bloodletting here in the middle of the ring. This blue canvas is going to be purple by the time these guys get out of here. Both men shedding blood all over that fucking, what is that, a Reebok logo? Is that an Adidas logo? I don't know. Both of these men shedding blood in this ring. Neither of these guys are going to be the man that they were before they stepped through these ropes when it's all said and done. When that final bell rings, whether you've got the belt on your shoulder or not, you are not going to be the same man you were before. And Tommy Morrison is landing several unanswered power shots here. Lennox Lewis just had his man on the canvas, and now Tommy Morrison is saying, I'm not leaving. You gotta pick my ass up and throw me over the fucking top rope, because I'm not going anywhere, pal. Holy shit. We're deep in the 11th round here. The next round is the final round of this tournament, and I promised that if this one went to decision, I would ask myself, boys, don't make me do it. Don't make me find out what it means to ask oneself. You know? Unless it's something to do with somebody else's ass, and then that's fine, you know? Holy shit. Dan, how do you have it? Look at Tommy Morrison's cut. I don't know how the referee hasn't stopped this fight. I'm going to say it right now. Look how big the cut has gotten. Tommy Morrison looked like he fucking got cut by Jason Voorhees. Then he looked like he was in a car accident. Tommy Morrison now looks like he jumped off the top of a skyscraper. Holy shit. This referee is lenient. Let me tell you something, because if this was the guy that was in there with Roy Jones Jr. and Mike Tyson, he would have called this fight off. And maybe he's letting it go because this is the final round, and it all comes down to this. In the Fight Night Championship tournament, the World Championship is on the line. He wants to see a definitive winner. Somebody's going to punch their ticket to immortality right now. Who will it be? I don't think there's a chance in hell that Tommy Morrison's not fighting with a broken orbital bone right now. Go back and check the tape once again, and I don't know if you guys just saw that, but those punches were getting through. Even with the hands up, those Lennox Lewis shots were getting through the guard of Tommy Morrison, who's eating several blows here, but he answers back! Lennox Lewis is hurt! He clinches up! I was just about to say Lennox Lewis is hurting Tommy Morrison with every punch, and then Tommy Morrison rocks him, takes his legs out. It's Rock'em Sock'em Robots. Winner take all in a fight to the finish. It's not hyperbole. It's not exaggeration when you say that these guys are giving it everything they have. It's not. This is as true as it gets. And the referee's going to stop this fight. I'm telling you. If Tommy Morrison keeps eating punches, even in the final round, the referee's going to call this thing off. But if you're Tommy Morrison, do you throw caution to the wind and try to knock Lennox Lewis out, which is what he's doing right now? Because I don't think you could afford to play it safe. You've been put down too. Those early rounds were definitely Lennox Lewis rounds. If you're Tommy Morrison, you can't take your foot off the gas. You got to give it everything you've got. It's knockout or be knocked out for Tommy Morrison, and these guys are trading the heaviest shots in their arsenal. This is the best fight we've ever seen. How is the finals of the tournament, the big finale, how did this wind up being the best one? How is this not a letdown? But it's not. It's just not. Both guys still... That's going to do it. That is going to do it. And look at the parry. An unbelievable lead uppercut from Lennox Lewis. And Tommy Morrison's out on his feet there. There's no fucking way he's getting up to his feet. The referee administering the count, and Tommy Morrison's championship dreams may have just been dashed. This is unbelievable. Unbelievable that Tommy Morrison is still in this fight. He's not giving up. Lennox Lewis is going to have to stop his heart to claim this championship. Oh my God, the Duke, Tommy Morrison, is going to start throwing punches, fully automatic. Look at the combinations from Tommy Gunn. He's the machine gun for a reason, and he's about to drop every bullet out of that magazine. That is going to do it. The final bell tolls. Who walks away the 616 Entertainment Heavyweight Champion of the World? It's Lennox Lewis in an unbelievable 12-round fight. I now have to ask myself, and I've got my girlfriend on speed dial because hopefully she can be a part of that somehow. When it comes down to the scorecards, it's pretty clear. When Tommy Morrison was able to hurt Lennox Lewis and put him down, those were the rounds that he was able to bag. Those were the rounds that Morrison was able to capture. But otherwise, it was a clinic across the table from Lennox Lewis. But look, the numbers are the numbers. The scorecards are the scorecards. You can't tell me you just watched a fight that looked like a 115 to 108 fight. Tommy Morrison nearly had that in the bag on 10 different occasions. You understand? Dan, I think it goes without saying that the Fight Night Championship Tournament was the most exciting series we have ever seen here on youtube.com/616entertainment. And I want to personally congratulate the heavyweight champion of the world, Lennox Lewis. Dan, thank you for taking this journey with me. The Fight Night Championship Tournament, or really just a boxing or MMA style show, is something I've wanted to put together for a long time. And when I decided to finally take the plunge, you guys showed up for it. You supported this show, and you've let me know, you've been loud and clear, that you want to see more of this type of content. Don't worry, I'm listening, and stay tuned to see what's coming next. Until next time, I love ya. The man with the greatest top-tier boxing expertise in the game loves ya. Talking about Patches Lugosi. And the two of us, we'll see you next time.